Is it?
On a farm there or something.
Man, it seems like there's been quite a bit going on. So give us a little highlight vision of what's been going down.
Yeah, life's been, I wouldn't say all over the place. It was nice to, I've born and bred in Port Elizabeth, so it was nice to go overseas. I got to travel the world a bit with my wife as well. So we were in the UK for a bit. The plan was to move over. We went and experienced it a little bit. I went and did some work in America as well. So for most of last year, second half of the year, we were traveling. It was nice because I got to train at the different gyms. There were a couple of gyms I got to train at and experience stuff. And then, we came back and we thought about it, and we're still figuring out our plans. We're not actually too sure what we're going to do, but, we've realized South Africa is a lacquer place. We've got good teammates, good gym. The jiu-jitsu never really stopped. It was just a bit of a different gyms and all that. So it was cool, nice experience. But at least this year we've been training a lot and knuckled down a little bit. Yeah.
You competed on the weekend. How did that go?
Yeah, so we had ADCC this past weekend. So it was nice to get a couple matches before JP and Sub Kings in 2 weeks. But it was good. I won my division, made it to the semis in the absolute, and then got this fucking asshole next. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, then Jay beat me on points in the semis, and then he managed to win the absolute. So it was good.
They said if you win on points and you're heavier, it's not a real win. It's a very shallow victory.
Yeah, I blame it on the weight. But it was good. It's nice. That competition experience plays a big part in jiu-jitsu. So it's nice to get it just 2 weeks before. So it's good.
Sure.
Yeah.
Life as a black belt now is the same, or a little bit extra pressure when you walk into the training room?
Yeah, definitely. Like even when I went overseas last year and I went to the different gyms, it's like I'm so used to being a student and everything, and then you go to the gyms and the guys almost, because you're a black belt now, you stand in the front, and I'm like, I don't actually want to do that yet. I want to line up with everyone. So it's been a little bit of an adjustment where, and then like the students of that gym was like calling you a professor, and it's like a weird scenario. So it took a little bit of an adjusting, because in my head, I know how in depth jiu-jitsu can go, and how like there's so many levels to the game. So for me, I'm like thinking, I sometimes can still feel like a white belt. Maybe not a white belt, but you don't feel like a black belt. So it took a little bit of adjusting. Even though I've been doing it for like 13 years, there was an adjustment in like the mental thing. Of actually, okay, people are looking up to you as a coach now and as a mentor and this and that. And obviously, when you compete, you're the black belt fighting all the up and coming purple belts, blue belts, whatever. So. But I mean, yeah, you just there's no secret to the game other than putting in the work. So, I just continue to do that.
What's the feeling like now going into this one?
Yeah, so we had initially I did the welterweight winner takes all. I lost to Jordan there in the final, won the lightweight tournament after that. And I don't think I've lost at lightweight. I think I'm probably more naturally a lightweight. My body structure and everything is probably more to a lightweight, but I'm a big food guy. I love my food, and my goal has always been to pick up some muscle and get a bit bigger. So we took another stab at the welterweight thing. I fought Chris. I just lost by a few seconds in overtime. So yeah, it'll be interesting now going back down to lightweight. I haven't fought there for a while. And it's quite exciting fighting JP. He's been in the UFC, and it's nice because I know he's been, he was overseas for a long time as well, and he was training at good gyms and with big UFC names, and I'm quite interested to see how my game can play out against a guy like that. So.
mind in your training camp that you're wary of, that you change up, or is it still like Jay said, just very focused on getting better at what you do, or do you pay a little bit of attention to things that you should be wary of?
Yeah, look, obviously we'll tailor it to the certain opponent. We know JP's got heavy hips, good wrestling. He also, like you say, he showed a diverse game a bit with back takes and that. So we got to watch out for a lot of things. But ultimately, I'm a big believer in the basics in jiu-jitsu and getting really, really good at the basics, getting super tight and fast, and then obviously adding all the flashy stuff together with that. So my ultimate goal is, getting as good as I can at arm bars, triangles, leg locks, the whole having a complete package, and focusing on the basics, making sure you're good at those things, and then, when an opportunity presents itself, you've got to be able to take it.
Yeah. Just the matchup in general and dealing with a guy like JP.
Yeah, no, look, JP, I've known JP for a long time as well. When I was still an amateur, doing amateur MMA, he was just starting his pro career, and he was obviously a big name there, and I was at the gym a little bit, and I've got nothing against JP. Again, in this game, it's if you're not known and you can't market yourself, you're not going to get sponsors, you're not going to get money. So I can understand it's his decision to do what he wants to do. Obviously, I've got a lot of respect for him, and we're on good terms. And it's also exciting. Sometimes it's nice to fight guys like that. They got a big following, and it also creates a lot of hype for the fight. So it's nice as well. I enjoy it. But yeah, I got nothing but respect for JP, and I think he's a good athlete, and it's going to be nice to test myself against him.
How do you look at this matchup stylistically between the two of you? Like knowing your jiu-jitsu and seeing a bit of his jiu-jitsu, how do you think that pans out?
Yeah, look, it's going to be interesting. I think he's got that very much pressure sort of game, and it's not something I want to play too much. So I'm definitely not gonna. I like to play a fast pace and a bit of a wild style. So it's gonna be interesting. I'm looking. I want to put on exciting matches. Make sure we can give a good show for the fans and for the people watching. And put on some high-level jiu-jitsu, So I don't really like a slow-paced match. And again with Chris, it was also a fun match. We were back and forth. He was on top, I was on top. We both had a go at some submissions. I think it'll be a similar sort of match with JP. And then we just got to make sure we can take our opportunities when they come around.